Hello and welcome back to the Golden Age of DC comic books, 365 Days. This is a 2004 book by Abrams Publishing, by Les Daniels, Chip Kidd, and Geoff Spear. And one of my best friends gave this book to me almost 20 years ago, and it's been surfing on all of my coffee tables ever since. It's well loved and well worn. And it's a great excuse to talk about comic books for a couple of minutes every day. So I promise you that we're going to talk about comic books every day for the rest of the year. Tune in tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern U.S. time and find out who we're talking about when we turn the page to this day. Today is March the 15th. As I like to always say, the golden age of DC Comics, is between Action Comics number 1 in 1938 and 1955. That's the Golden Age. The Silver Age begins a new chapter, and it begins in 1956 with Showcase number 4 and the new Flash, Barry Allen. And what goes better with a coffee table book and coffee table talk? Delicious coffee. Oh, that was roasted very freshly, very recently. It's sublime in how the difference is. And it's sublime in the difference of the ages. They're just, what's the difference? What's the big deal? That's just Batman, huh? That's just Superman. It's all the same. Well, these are the things that drive my culture of my comic book culture. These, and it's also, so it's a lot like rock and roll music too. You can't, bands of the 60s and bands of the 90s. I mean, there is no fair comparison between the Beatles and Nirvana. There's only appreciation of two different attempts at the same kind of thing in the same under the same umbrella. So, well, that's the way I see it, Remember, this is all just my opinion, and this is my show. I will love to hear your opinion, and you can put it in the comments section, or you can make your own show and send me the link, and I'll be glad to show up or to at least watch. So let me know, okay? Today is March 15th, and this is one panel from Sensation Comics number 106. This is from November-December of 1951. And let's give this a peek. Oh boy, look at this. Dun dun dun! Oh, there's a man falling. There's a slim chance of saving him. Wow, really? Okay. Okay, I hope it works. It may involve a giant pillow, a trick arrow with a winch and a line, a batarang, Superman swooping in. I don't think so. Let's see what this is all about. It's March 15th. Wonder Woman was the leading character for years in Sensation Comics, and when sales slumped, DC decided to experiment and introduce a full component of females. One was Dr. Pat, shown here, about to save a life by driving her convertible under a falling man from a building. It worked. The canvas top cushioned his fall. Then the daring young doctor proceeded to solve the crime that had lured the poor guy onto the edge. I don't think that would work. I saw The Untouchables, didn't you? 1987 Brian De Palma movie. Kevin Costner, Sean Connery, Robert De Niro. Hello. No, but really. In the 50s and after World War II, the superhero genre took it was like a fallow time. Let's put it that way. The emphasis was off of something such as the Justice Society of America. Batman still had a monthly. Superman still had a monthly. Wonder Woman had a monthly. But that was kind of almost it for a while. Over at Timely Comics, they shifted gears. Why do you think Captain America was frozen in an iceberg since the end of World War II? And then he got thawed out for the Avengers in the Silver Age. That's one of the things so when Timely became Marvel and Stan Lee started making Avengers stories. Hey, let's bring back Captain America. Why not? And a fantastic, story. All you need is a good story, right? Bad stories do it badly, and people have trouble accepting badly written, badly concluded, badly plotted, badly paced, badly written things. I mean, you see the commonality there would be bad, because there's a way to do it. These are professional writers. They're supposed to be the top of their talent pool, producing the Acme product. It's a fair assumption and a fair thing to expect. Well-written stories, well-paced stories. I mean, bad stories are for off-Broadway. Bad stories don't get produced into TV. Well, they do now, because, back then, I mean, plenty of bad stories got published. Why? There was demand for it, and that was the medium. And you would sell pulp novels. How many of these pulp novels have made it from the 1930s up until today? It's kind of a shock and honor that most of these Golden Age comic books have survived in one way or another. If they haven't survived as a physical piece of media, that they've been scanned and archived for posterity. This is such an interesting lens in which to view the world, and specifically America, during a wartime, post-depression. It's just the Golden Age, 1938 to 1955. We're still feeling the effects of how the world changed then. So yeah, the age of superheroes did change the world, or a part of the change of the world. And borders changed, cultures changed, communications changed, energy production changed, expectations of international behaviors changed. There's a lot to this. It's almost of an axial age, another axial age. An axial age is a time where the entire world seemed to have changed. Let's look that up real quick. I know this spiritual because I'm an ordained minister, an amateur theologian, and the axial age usually applies to a spiritual thing. It's about a pivotal time in history, spiritual traditions in the axial age. The term axial age was coined by German philosopher Karl Jaspers, and he lived from 1883 to 1969. It's a period between 900 and 300 BCE, when the intellectual, philosophical, and religious systems that came to shape subsequent human society and culture emerged. That's Greek culture, alphabets, just history starting, recorded history, and a monotheistic God, and things like that. And so this could be a technological axial age, and especially with something like print publication, and just it became affordable, it became easier, it became available in different colors. That was new. And radio was pretty new, but this ability to have photographs in magazines that were easily produced once you had the infrastructure and you had the trained tradespeople involved. Making magazines is an art form in itself. It is a trade. I'm a tradesman. I'm a chef. And to do what I do professionally every day, I feed thousands of people a week, literally. and delicious, nutritious, and wonderful food. But it's a trade. I'm a tradesman. It's the same thing for the print industry, from writing to laying it out, to editing, to printing and binding and distribution and then marketplace. I mean, it's just what an interesting lens on history, because we don't have that publication process as much now. Everything's a bit more streamlined, and the medium has shifted from print to digital. These are 20th century problems and contain a lot of 20th century ideas, 20th century stereotypes as well. Great time for the caveat too. We will be running into problematic imagery. We will be going through it together. And I'm going to address it at the time it shows up the best way I can. But I can't shy from it either. It's history. It's part of history, and it's part of this experience. So when we're going to come across negative Asian stereotypes very soon. And because I looked ahead, and because I do look ahead, because I am concerned about that. I am concerned about having an impact on somebody, being like, what's this old fogey doing, showing hurtful imagery from the past? And so I leave that, caveat. And so the days that we will have something provocative, I'm going to let you know, and I will give it a TW. I'll give you a trigger warning. Why not? I mean, you don't tune into my station to be insulted, or I don't go to Twitter to look to see someone get hurt, or a car crash, or some kind of random happenstance of badness that I just don't want to. I like to curate my timeline as much as possible, and I like it to be free of hassle. So yeah, we're not here to hassle anyone, but we're gonna meet history head on, and we're gonna go through it together. I guarantee you. And you know what? Tune in 3:00 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, Eastern U.S. See what we got. We're gonna talk about comic books every day for the rest of the year. Please like and subscribe. I'd like to earn your subscription. I really would. I'm an ordained minister, an amateur theologian. We get spiritual here. I'm a professional chef. I make delicious, nutritious, and beautiful cooking hacks for you, so you can share this love with your loved ones at your table. Please tune in to Reverend Sully's channel here. Yes, indeed. Good times. Let the good times roll. Cheers. Good luck.